and then hit the go live, but we need to hit the countdown first.
Gotta make sure it pulls it up.
Countdown on the podcast.
Yeah, there it is.
Final Third Cigar podcast rolls on by. Indiana stand-up bread makes the wheels fly. Harris Hoosier Park lights the sky so bright, and El Ladino cigars they spark the night. In partnership they stand, a bold design, a blend of smoking stories aged like fine wine. The Final Third Cigar podcast. Oh, what a line. The ember glows, the tales unfold. A circle of voices, a fire of gold. Presented with pride, let the moment hold. Indiana standard bread, steady and true. Harris Hoosier Park, the night's rendezvous. Aladino cigars, the spark we pursue. Final Third Cigar podcast, this one's for you.
Great game.
4 of the 5 of us got up this morning and actually went and watched the game at Chatham Tap.
4.
4 of the 5.
Somebody
One
was gambling too
One
late
of
last
these
night.
is not like the
Yeah.
other.
I was
Yeah.
gambling. I was gambling
He
a
was
lot
out
of different
hitting the
ways.
slot machines
I'll tell you what, if you ever want to go to a big sporting event like this,
in the
whether
morning.
it's soccer or whatever, it's early in the morning, go to Chatham Tap. I got there about 10 till,
10 till 8.
and there was already people standing in line. By the time we got there was probably 20 people in line
Yeah.
before
Oh,
we walked
yeah.
in.
20 people outside.
It was
By
packed.
the
Packed.
time it got to 8:05, the entire place was packed.
Yeah.
Wait,
It was
watching
amazing.
watching hockey or soccer?
They all had hockey.
It was
Everybody
hockey.
was hockey. It
Everyone
all
was
hockey.
for theirs.
Yeah.
There was
Well,
no.
TV and
But I'll
I
say
think-
that they're open for soccer
yes.
because they do English Premier League, so they're open at 8 a.m. every Sunday, no
They'll
matter
open
what.
up at 6 or 7 if there's a big game on too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
But
then
that
we
place
watched
is
the Colts
awesome.
game there when they were playing in London or wherever it
Yeah.
was, Spain or something.
Jaeger
That
bombs?
place is awesome. We did have
They
a
did a
Jaeger
great
bomb.
job.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Is like we were kind of waiting for our drinks, but I'm like, this dude's literally trying to get everyone a drink,
in the whole
and
bar.
you have like probably 150 people or something like that in there.
Yeah.
It was packed,
It was completely
and they
packed.
did a great job. And honestly, they probably had a great 3-4 hours of sales that day. That was great for them. So I was excited
And
about
their
that.
food is fantastic.
Oh,
you know,
the
they're-
scotch eggs
yeah,
were
they're-
delicious.
you're in
Oh.
the middle of Fisher's where you expect like high prices,
No.
it's going to be, you never know what you're going to get into. Chatham Tap always does a great job.
I spent
mean-
more on drinks than I did food.
Oh, I did big time. Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah. Yeah.
think
But
I-
even then, it
Yeah.
wasn't crazy.
No, I mean, I
Yeah.
think I
Oh,
had
somebody's
4
got it
old-fashioned-
on. Who's got our podcast on with the volume?
Yeah.
I don't.
Not me.
Not
Oh,
me.
maybe it's me. Sorry.
There it is. There it is. Okay. All right. We got it now.
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
He's
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
struggling.
Yeah.
It's always on delay. Will's
well, he was
Brayden's
up all
been
night.
at it.
He
Yeah,
was
well,
up all night
He
on the
hasn't
cruise
woke
ship
up
dealing.
yet after
Yeah.
his nap.
I'm
he's got
been
the on the
dealing
rocks
cards.
hat, and he is on the rocks for
I
this.
am.
He was up all
Definitely
night dealing cards on the cruise ship.
Yeah. Yeah.
You look
So,
like
so USA wins the gold the first time since the Miracle on Ice, the 1980 team.
Which I had no
Um,
idea. Like it's been that long.
It's been that
Yeah,
long.
it's been that long, which was crazy. Lots of confusion out there. It's funny. I was driving home from Chatham Tap talking with Janelle, and she's like, "Yeah, that gold medal game against Russia." I was like, "No,
Nope.
the gold medal game was not against Russia, against the Soviet Union. It was the semifinal game that was against the Soviets. It was against the Netherlands?
Sweden.
I think
Or I think it was Netherlands.
I don't remember for sure.
Yeah, anyway,
The
Norway.
1980
Norway.
game,
It was
yeah.
Norway. Norway
Because it didn't
was the
matter.
gold medal. We won 4-2.
Exactly.
But on today's date is when we beat the
Exact same day.
Soviets,
yeah,
and then we won the gold medal today against Canada and against, honestly, what was likely a better team.
it was.
Yeah, I mean the Canadians, they have incredible players. 3 of them from the Avalanche. What's the other guy's name? That's the up and comer. That's 19.
Oh, Celebrini, man, from the Sharks. That dude's phenomenal. He's going to be the next big thing,
I don't see how the Sharks keep him. I just don't. Even,
unless they can build something around him.
Here's
Yeah,
the name that I
he's
don't
good.
understand. Like I heard Suzuki was playing for Canada because he
Yeah,
plays for NHL. But it's like, wait a second, that guy just
there is
Well,
actually a lot of Japanese.
it's
like,
Japanese
we've seen it
name,
like
'cause he
against
plays
the
for
fuel
Canada.
or for
Yeah.
the fuel. There's surprisingly
you
a
look at
lot
the
of-
American
yeah.
team. Look at those names. They're not American names.
no.
I mean, because a lot of these players will move to
Like
a place
Kachuk?
where they exactly.
Yeah. Well, their
They'll-
families may have moved down to somewhere down like Michigan.
See, that's
or
what happens
Minnesota
is they
or
move. They move
Wisconsin.
where they can train.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
know, when you're overseas, you try to move to Canada or USA, and Canada's already flooded, so they come to USA. And honestly, USA probably trains harder than Canada does. They just play longer.
Well,
up
I
there.
mean, what I loved about the game was it was physical,
Uh-huh.
and there's no fighting in the Olympics. They play the European style game where they can't fight.
They got
Well,
right on
they
the
fought-
edge.
They,
got right
there
on
was
the
there
edge.
wasn't gloves dropped, but
Nope.
they went everywhere except dropping
They
gloves.
did.
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah, because you're automatic ejection if you drop your gloves.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
There
Yeah,
were there
but-
were some
But
tooth damage.
There was.
Oh,
a
there
couple,
was.
A couple.
And
Yeah.
and I will say, hands down, if Hellebuck wouldn't have played the way he played, Canada would have won 6-1.
Oh,
Easy.
easy.
Easy. Hallebuck was incredible.
Hellebuck
in
played
the
the
goal.
best game of his freaking
That
life
stick
today. It was
save
amazing.
behind his back.
Oh, dude.
That was nuts.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
then
Yeah.
he went off it. He kicked it out off his skate.
It was fun.
I mean,
it
it was
was
crazy.
a lot of
if
fun.
you took the first 5 minutes out of the game and then took the
overtime out,
Yeah.
Canada dominated.
Completely.
I mean,
They
they
did.
completely dominated
Oh,
the game.
totally. I mean, the U.S. came out so strong at the beginning, got that first goal, and then kind of sat on it.
Yeah.
And,
I think they
just
kind
sat
of wore
and sat
themselves
and
out a
sat
little bit.
And they may have gone a little too
Yeah.
aggressive at the beginning, but
You
in
said
the
the
end,
other
it
other
worked.
game when they played the other day. I mean, they were playing very aggressive.
They
It's like
were.
how
That's how
much
they
more
knocked.
energy did they have for this game?
And that's how they knocked Slovakia off their game too, is because they came out so hard. They ended up scoring 3 goals really quick, and then Slovakia couldn't catch up. I think they thought the same thing with Canada. Let's get it 2 or 3 goals, and then we're just going to play defense.
Yeah.
But they only got 1 goal, so it made it a tight game. Still an awesome game.
So it was-
awesome game.
Great start to the morning. You
Yes.
know, 4 out of the 5 of us have been out already having drinks since 8 o'clock this morning. So we're
Yes.
feeling good.
Yeah.
We're going to have a good show.
I got my pre-gamer here, and then
yep.
we're going to get into their stuff.
Yeah,
so.
I had my pre-gamer. I had that new Circle City stuff that's on the shelf. Really, really good. I had
Yeah.
The Robusto.
the Robusto.
Robusto.
And we'll be talking about that next week with with Drew.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, Drew Black is going to be on the show from Circle
Be
City.
fun. Fun.
It's going to be great. But in the meantime, Will, you brought us some cigars today.
Yeah,
So tell us about this.
So we've had these on the podcast before. This is a little different version. So this is the Cigar Factory, New Orleans, Tres Hermanos, Torpedo Maduro. So
Beautiful.
the cool thing about this is this has got age on it. So these are aged 6 to 7 years. So they've got quite a bit of age on them for a cigar. Normally, their cigars coming out like maybe 1-2 years age
Yeah.
on them.
Yep.
And the
because I think they age their tobacco before they even roll it, usually.
And
It
I
feels
just-
quite a bit of time.
just looking at the construction of the cigar, the point on this torpedo is like
Sharp.
you could stab somebody
Yeah.
with it. Is
Death by cigar.
I've never seen one this pointed and
Yeah.
this tight of a cap on it. It's pretty amazing.
And that's a good point too. So like on these, I mean, not everybody likes to do this, but I like to V cut these because a torpedo tends to be a little tight in the
It
in
is.
the
You
point.
can feel it.
So
yeah.
if you get a deeper cut with a V, it works out good. So that's what we're going to be doing on this, or at least I'm going to be doing on this one. I don't
I'm
know about
going to
you
V
guys.
cut, and everybody knows I'm a straight cut guy. I'm always straight cut, but I'm going to V cut this
Rob,
as
I'm gonna
well
borrow
just for
yours.
that
Yeah,
reason.
you can pass it around. Anybody needs it.
Rob
So-
did talk about this doing the V cut at the event that was this last Thursday,
Yep.
session 1 of the Cigar 101. There will be session 2
Yeah,
coming up on this next Thursday.
next Thursday. Yep.
So this is going to be Connecticut broadleaf Maduro over Nicaraguan binder and filler, which is kind of a classic staple we've come to enjoy here.
And I'm going to tell you right now, right off the bat, with that V cut,
Yeah.
perfect draw. Perfect
So, what
draw.
kind of flavors should we expect with this cigar?
I'm thinking with this cigar, I get a lot of cocoa, leather, dark, rich qualities. Like, nothing super light on this one at all.
Right.
Here you go.
Yeah, this one, oh, thank you.
Yeah.
This one, so broadleaf will typically give me like a dark chocolate kind of
Yeah,
note
I was getting like a cocoa.
with a little bit of a barnyard thing going. This one here is very, very light on the cocoa, but it's a lot of leather because of the age on it.
Now, Breeden, one of the things that you talked about, how you had these in the box, and they had some just tobacco leaves in there.
Yeah.
So
I
talk
mean,
about that real quick.
Yeah. So, hey, I'm not knocking it. I like the presentation on it. So when they package their cigars for shipment, they put wet tobacco in the cigars, just wet, unprocessed, kind of unaged tobacco. The thing with that is, I feel like it puts a lot of ammonia into the box while if you let it sit in there for a long time. So if you're letting it age in the box and not pulling those out with that tobacco in there, you can get a blast of ammonia, right, Rob? Like,
Mhm. Yeah,
which is fine. It
it's just
doesn't.
starting to ferment again. It's
It
a
doesn't really
second
affect the
fermentation.
cigars, but when you pop that box open, you smell it at first. You're like,
Yeah.
holy moly! Like, what am I smelling?
Yeah.
It's just that ammonia coming from that wet tobacco that's in there. And when I say wet, it's not dripping wet. It's just
No.
moist tobacco. Like,
It's meant to maintain the humidity. in the
100%,
box.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like the same thing as the
Yeah.
Bovedas,
the
yeah.
Bovedas. Thank you.
and we could pop the box open now and show everybody. There's a big plug of 2 or
Tobacco.
3 leaves and they're kind of crunched up. So,
Which you could absolutely take and roll up and smoke if you wanted to.
yep.
All right.
I don't know what the flavor would be, but that'd be kind of interesting to do that. But you also mentioned the easiest way just to get past that. Just leave your cigar sit out about a minute, 2. The ammonia will just kind of blow off and it'll be totally fine.
And Rob was right. Like, there's a ton of like leather on the cold draw on this one. Like more leather than I'm used to tasting on the cold draw, which is kind of cool.
Strangely enough, I'm getting a hint. This is going to be weird. And I've been drinking all morning, so it'll probably be like an oatmeal type
Say the
comment.
I'm
Weird
curious to
thing.
hear what you say. 'cause I have
I
one.
kind of feel like grape leaf.
I was thinking almost like a little anise.
Like if you had those, they package them like in a can. They're from Greece. They do like grape leaves wrapped around rice.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
Really, really delicious.
yeah, they are.
But it's got just a little hint of that to me,
Could be.
which is a little different.
Mine's like a star anise. I mean, it's got that little bit of a not like super licorice forward, but it's got almost that kind of that
A
note
hint
to
of
it
it?
to me. Yeah.
I don't know if it's because
Let me
my
pull
first
that
cigar of the day, but it's spicy. for
It's
me.
got a nice
Yeah, it's
spice
got a
to
good
it.
spice to it.
It's
And that's the thing is, like, I know Will's probably spoke more of this cigar before. This is not my go-to with them. There's other ones I like a lot more. This actually with the age on is actually really good.
Yeah, isn't it?
Really good.
It
Yeah.
is actually excellent. Yeah.
It needs the age, like
It does.
but it's phenomenal with the age.
It sure
on it.
is.
Yeah.
Well, we were talking about that. I smoked my first 58. You guys did that last week, I think, on the show.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I said, hey, this is a really good, solid cigar.
Yeah.
I didn't find anything that really blew me out of the water about it. But you said you thought that some age on it, waiting
I think
3 to 6 months. Totally agree. I mean,
Yeah.
we've seen that so many times with Las Calaveras. We've seen it with the
Independence Day.
Independence Day.
Yeah.
Yep. So I've got my box. I'm probably going to take 3 or 4 of them, put them in the bottom of my humidor, and just let them
Yeah.
sit. And then one day I'll be shuffling through, and I'll try one. It'll probably be even just more.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm gonna hit mine maybe. So it's what, February now. I'm thinking about June, July, going
Yeah.
back to one, seeing where it's at.
Right
Yeah.
about that July
Yeah.
Independence Day time frame,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
which we know the Independence Day cigars will be coming out then as well,
Yep. If they do them again.
if they do them again.
It does
Yep.
feel like the warheads need to sit for a little bit.
Yeah.
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 Like I said, the ones that I've had, the same thing as well. It's like when I've digged in the box, like, oh, I still have one left. It tastes better
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, the Independence Day warheads, they got 10 times better with age. They were fine out of the box, but they were my least favorite of the releases this year until I smoked them. Like, that's right up there with the others now. Not strong wise, but flavor wise.
So let's talk about what we're drinking.
Yeah.
We just poured
Yeah.
it out.
Yeah.
just
I
poured
figured we go
this.
low proof first. So
So actually, it's not low proof.
well, it's 110. I mean,
Yeah, it's
it's
110.
lower.
compared to the other two, still awesome.
Lower.
Sure.
So this is a bottle I picked up in New Orleans 2 or 3 weeks ago. This is a interesting, like, Sazerac Barrel Select Paul John Indian Single Malt. So this is 100% Indian Single Malt, 110 proof. Don't know the age statement on it, but like the flavors on this Indian Single Malt to me were like outstanding. I thought they were. It's bright and then it wraps around your palate and it's just, I haven't even tasted it yet, but just coming back from my memories, just rich and round, chocolatey. Probably with this cigar, it's gonna be very chocolatey, I'm guessing.
The nose is interesting because
The
it's
nose
got
is almost-
that bright
I
floral,
was
but
saying,
also has
this
some like
nose.
deep, almost butterscotchy caramel thing in there
See,
too.
I'm almost getting like a tart green apple.
I totally
I-
agree.
I
with
get
you.
the apple
I get
all
it,
day.
apple,
Yeah.
100%.
yes.
So see, you're
Yeah.
just
The
wrong, bro.
noses, the noses.
Well, that's the
so
bright
good.
no. I mean,
Yeah.
the floral and bright. I'm
I-
getting
I-
that, but
I love the apple, and you get a lot of like
Oh,
in
God.
Indian single malts, you get all this heat where they age. So it's a lot of extraction, a lot of going on in the wood with this. But
Oh.
talk about it.
There's-
Alan, if
there's
this
more
isn't
apple.
right up your alley, I don't even know
Well,
what
yeah.
would be.
I'm also like smelling like grape jam. I don't know why.
yeah,
Oh yeah, like a Concord grape
Yeah,
jam.
like a Concord grape jam.
Yep, yep,
there's
100%.
that apple's coming through on the palate a lot.
Yeah, it'll be. I know you're not the highest proof guy. You tend to like them more around the 90. So this one might have just a little bit of sting, but that's your flavor.
There's
profile.
not a lot of sting to it.
Yeah,
Not for a first drink.
that's
That's right. Yeah, that's right down my alley.
Yeah.
No, there's a taste to it that's I can't identify. Like I said, maybe I can
Just
drink
drink
a little
more.
more of it. But there's a taste
Maybe a
to it
little bit of
that's
coriander.
yeah. There's a spice
That's a
to it.
good
There's
call.
something
Yeah, I think a little
in it that's a
coriander.
little.
Yeah.
That's a really good call, actually.
Yeah,
When
it
it
kind of
sits
makes
on
me
the
think
tongue.
like there's some foods that I'm trying to think about what I cook where I'm like, oh, that just needs coriander, and I throw that in,
Yeah.
and this kind of
Chicken and
brings that
dumplings.
out. Maybe some chicken.
So it's
Mm.
thick.
So when I
Crock
tasted
pot
this
chicken
the
dumplings.
first time, I had a HVC Selection #1.
Yeah.
But with
yeah.
this cigar, the spice level on the whiskey pops like
does.
on a level that it wasn't there before. And that's just like that's what amazes me about pairing cigars with whiskey. It doesn't like you just get so many different flavor combinations depending on what you're smoking with the whiskey, right? Like
Yeah.
it could change cigar to cigar
Yeah.
all day. Like it's amazing to me.
Well, it's the best part about pairing these things.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, we talk about it all the time. It's like the pair makes it change, and that's kind of the beauty of it.
Yeah.
I get that people out there want to like judge a cigar, and they're going to sit there and they're going to
Yeah.
smoke a cigar, and they're going to have water.
Oh yeah.
And I'm all about like give me the
Pairing.
things that make them better
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
Did you find that it tamed the cigar down after drinking this? Like the spice,
touch.
The
the
spice
spice
left the cigar
the
and
spice
went to the
left-
burnt.
Yes,
It's
yeah.
in the
Spice
it's
left
in
the
the
cigar.
it's in
Went
the
to the single
in
malt.
the
Yeah.
single
Yeah.
malt. Yeah.
Yeah, not a bourbon in this case. It is a single malt whiskey.
There's still
Which would
spice on
be-
the nose.
So single malts are 100% malted barley.
Yep.
That's a single malt.
From a
One
single
grain.
distiller.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't mean a single batch or a single barrel, just from a single distiller.
Yep.
So, like Johnny Walker is a blend for Scotch and blended Scotches versus single malts. That means that they're buying whiskey from multiple places and blending it together to get their flavor profile. This all comes from this particular distiller
I
out of
don't-
India.
And if anybody knows, anybody listening, if you know, chat, put in the comments. Like, I don't know if Sazerac actually owns Paul John. If you know that, let me know. I think they may, because why would Sazerac do a barrel pick select of
yeah,
Paul
at
John
Sazerac
at
House.
Sazerac House if they didn't own Paul John?
That didn't make sense. Yeah.
You know, great.
Man, this is a great kit. Bro. Like
Yeah.
this is a fantastic
I-
whiskey.
It's a
thought it
great
was
pairing,
great.
actually. Like I said, you get the spice level from this now. There's a little leathery taste to it, but like a earthy leathery,
Mhm.
which
And
I
there's
which I
this-
like.
Yeah.
There's this transitional, so like the nose doesn't change at all. It's just this bright fruit. It's like it goes for me like from apple to pear, pear to apple. Like one time I knows that I get pear, one time I knows that I get apple. Like, but it's great.
So I'll say that this to me is a great example of a single malt that is not peated.
Yeah.
That makes you think Scotch.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And it makes you think about peat, but because you know that there's no peat there, I'm always looking for things that can teach me something.
Yeah.
Right. And so when I'm trying to figure out, is this a peated Scotch or a peated malt versus a non-peated?
So
This seems like it should be peated just
It
in my
does.
head,
you're waiting for the peat to hit,
but it never
Like, oh,
comes.
it feels like to me it's like a somewhere in the middle between Irish, Scotch, and Japanese whiskey, all in the middle
That's a-
somewhere.
Yeah.
Man,
There is Irish influence on
There
this.
is,
right?
there
Like,
is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good call out.
that's a
So it's good.
great
It's good to
call-out.
see. I mean, because we've had a couple of Indian malts here recently that we really liked. Kind of like to see more of that now.
I think that finish when you mentioned floral,
Yeah.
okay, and I get some of that kind of peach blossom note
Yeah.
on the
Not Four
palate.
Roses floral. No.
No. I get that like light kind of Japanese style, or some of them that you get from the scotches. But it's more finishing. Like I feel like
Yeah.
I'm breathing out a floral note that comes across as something violet or what's the ones that why in the hell did I
Lavender.
always forget-
Lilac?
Lilac, thank
Lilac,
you.
there you
I
go.
was gonna say the ones that bloom early in the
I
spring.
couldn't think of that, but you're
Yeah,
right.
Dandelion.
That's it.
it's
Yep.
totally a
Dandelion.
lilac. Yeah, not dandelion.
So there was a key partnership in 2016, 2017 with Sazerac, acquiring a stake in the John distilleries to boost global presence.
Oh,
There you go.
So
There
it's
you
a
go.
partnership.
So it makes sense now. Okay.
Yeah, so I was surprised. There were like 3 bottles on the shelf, like, and I'm like, okay, there's single rare, there's E.H. Taylor, like cool things, but that I thought would be special, and I'm like,
That's
went on a
great.
limb and got
Great
it. I,
pick.
I'm glad I bought a bottle.
This
like,
is established in '92 in Bangalore, India.
It's an Indian, yeah. It's an
Yeah.
Indian
Yeah.
single malt. Yep.
Now let me ask this question because it's lighter. Is it younger? Because
that's a
like
good question. I would guess this is like 4 to 6 years. Like,
Yeah.
I have no idea on the age, but you can't, when it comes to single malts, you can't let color
okay,
No.
kind of color your opinion.
because
Right.
they can add coloring.
okay.
like, yeah,
Yes.
all day.
I'm just so like
And-
used
and-
to like the lighter
No.
it is. It seems to be like the younger it is. I don't
Well,
know.
you're thinking bourbon.
With
Yes.
a bourbon.
Yeah.
Right. Which is absolutely typically the case, right? Or it's
This could
something
be
that's-
aged in a basically maybe a toasted barrel, but not charred at all.
Okay.
yeah,
for that
and,
matter.
And they might not leave it in a place where they have the temperature variation. They could have aged it for
Could have
10
been in a wine
years
cellar.
in
yeah.
a cellar somewhere.
Yeah.
There's no requirements, like you don't do the same thing with bourbon that you do with single malts. They're
Okay.
Yeah,
they're gonna
like
age them differently.
yeah. Generally speaking, like except for like really really old scotches, if you look at most scotches, they're going to be lighter than bourbon.
Yeah.
Like they're just going to have a little bit lighter tint
Almost
because they're
always.
using, they're refilling barrels, using used barrels, ex bourbon barrels, ex sherry barrels. So the
A lot of
more a
that
barrel
color has
gets
already been
used, the
pulled.
less, kind of wood sugars and stuff you're going to pull from it. So,
It's not charred new oak.
Yeah.
Well, like you look at the color of that, you get Macallan 25 year, it's about the same color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's 25 years old. So they don't get a lot of color out of it. Still
And
taste.
Now,
It's-
they also don't have the temperature changes
Yeah,
in Scotland. that
that's a
they
good
have in
point. Yeah,
Kentucky
you,
or Indiana.
you took the words out of my mouth.
Yep.
Like in Scotland, cooler temperatures, higher humidity, those two things equal less interaction with the wood. That's
Okay.
why you have to age scotch longer a lot of times to get good flavor profiles
Yeah.
on it.
And admittedly, my geography of India is not very good. So I don't know exactly, if they're aging in Bangalore. I have no idea what the temperature profile
It's
looks like in
usually
Bangalore.
hot AF. Like,
There you go.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like which you would think you'd get darker color, but maybe they're controlling that somehow.
It
Yeah.
could be they're doing it in some sort of cave or basement or cellar of some sort.
Yeah.
There's any number of ways. Yeah.
It's very good. though.
Anyway, I thought it'd be fun. Didn't really pull the chocolate notes I thought it would.
No,
I'm not really
no.
getting that on this, although it's still a solid smoke. I'm still getting I'm getting some cedar notes on it.
I'm just impressed with this is absolutely perfect draw.
great burn.
Yeah.
I
It
mean,
felt
absolutely
even
so-
perfect.
So tight at the tip.
It did.
And this was a great example of when to use a
A
V
V-cut.
cut.
Yep.
Even like I'm a hardcore straight cut.
Yeah.
I straight cut everything.
I do
Yeah.
everything except for these. Yep.
And I know a couple of you guys use V cuts pretty much exclusively. Now you straight cut yours?
What I do a shallow V and then straight cut right across the bottom of it at an angle.
Okay.
It's just weird. I always do it on a torpedo. for some
So
reason.
what's it like for you?
the
Is
draw
still
is
great?
effortless.
Yeah,
I mean,
It's a great draw.
I would have thought with as tight as it felt.
This
that-
one, honestly, the way this draw is, you might have been able to just do a very small straight cut. It would have been fine.
and the burn is
It's great.
spectacular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I just asked mine. You haven't even asked yours yet. And
No.
it's,
No, I haven't
it's
yet
hanging
either.
on and
It's
no
looking
issues
good,
at all.
yeah.
It's stacking dimes, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Alan's
Yeah.
is too. Alan's has got
Yeah,
a good
mine's
draw.
stacking down.
ash
Yeah,
on it.
perfect burn.
Yeah, and I mean
Well, you should be careful. You're not doing a very good job today
The-
of keeping stuff
Yeah.
off your shirt.
Well, I wish you'd waited to open that,
Oh, yeah, that
that
would've been
bottle
priceless.
until
Oh,
the,
gosh.
the
That'd have been
podcast
great.
started.
the-
Alan put Coke in his little thermos bottle over here, and
Yeah.
that's
The
carbonated,
pressure,
buddy.
Yes,
the pressure
I know. I
built
didn't
up.
realize.
Yeah.
I forgot.
So
I
he
usually have
managed to-
coffee in it,
Oh, and then
but
the Coke in it.
I decided I didn't want to. I had no energy today and stuff.
When it
so-
sprayed on you,
Yeah.
it coated you in Coke, it coated the microphone, and it almost reached up to the top trim above the window.
Yeah.
It splattered on the window. That was great.
Sorry, Tam. Sorry, Chloe. But you got a window to
Looks
clean.
like you guys washed it pretty good off.
Yeah,
So.
Alan cleaned up his mess.
There's
He
some
took care
streaks.
of
There's
it.
some streaks on there.
Yeah.
They're on the inside. He did the good job.
Yeah.
But
I could nose this forever.
Oh,
It's
the
just
nose on it.
beautiful.
They both are great, but that nose on it, you can get lost in.
Yeah.
Like
I
the,
caught
the
myself twice going to take a sip and then just sitting
Just
there.
nosing
did
it.
too.
And then
Yeah.
I was
did
like, oh
too.
yeah, I'm supposed to drink this now.
the
Have you ever-
nose does not taste. The nose does not
Match the
match the taste.
palate.
It doesn't.
No.
That's
Yeah.
that's the thing that I'm trying to get over here. Is like the nose is that
I'll tell you
fruity,
something.
the
But I
grape,
don't
the
think
apple.
I don't
but
think it pulls away from it. Sometimes I
No.
get that on a bourbon,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, I wish what I was getting on the nose was what I got on my palate. In this
Yeah.
case, I feel like it supports it.
Now that we've been smoking and drinking this too, if you go on the low side with your nose, I'm getting that chocolate
Yeah.
on the nose on the low side.
So to geek out a little
That's kind
bit
of cool.
on the palate, like there's some lactic acid in this. Like there's some like acidity to it. Like on the, especially to me on the back palate.
Explain how someone would actually pick that out. The lactic acid part.
I don't know how to explain it unless you've tasted a lot and know it, but like it tastes it just the pH I can tell it's acidic. It's not
Yeah.
citrusy, but like acidic, not off-putting at all, but just it puts this taste in my mouth that I connotate to lactic acid fermentation on some level. Like,
Well,
You know,
you-
that's such a great point because they have like tasting kits and nose like aroma kits. I'm always looking for things that are wildly overdone.
Yeah.
Because I always feel like I can't pick out a flavor unless I have something that is a bomb of that flavor. Like to
Yeah.
get lactic acid, I'd be like, all right, well, can I drink lactic acid? Because if I can, then I will do that so that then I know
What
Yeah,
it is.
if you-
what it is.
Yeah.
if you want to taste a spirit that is influenced more by fermentation and less by oak presence, this is that,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
And fermentation, I mean, there's so
This
many
is all
things-
fermentation.
There's
Yeah.
so many things that get kind of, I don't know, I don't want to say masked. They just get kind of eliminated through
Yeah.
distillation, right? When you look at beer has to be fermented in a closed container.
Yeah.
Like it's always, except
Always
for
closed.
sours, certain
Right.
sours out of Europe, they do open fermentation, but everything else for beer is closed fermentation, meaning that they use the CO2 that comes off of the fermentation process. CO2 weighs less than air,
And you also want to
so it
control that
sits
yeast.
on top.
Yeah.
You want to
Forms
control the
that layer, yeah.
temperature, but
Yep.
it forms a layer that's a barrier. That's a vapor barrier that
Yep.
keeps air and natural air components
From
from
contaminating.
contaminating.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, a lot of that goes away when you distill things, which is why like Maker's Mark or MGP, right? They have open fermentation because they don't care because it goes away
Yeah.
with distilling, right? As soon
Yeah.
as you distill it, you get rid of a lot of those off flavors that
Yeah.
are subtle but matter in beer. They don't matter as much in whiskey. In this case, you're saying it's carrying through.
Yeah.
Well, and that's like you were talking about pH level too. If you ever brewed beer, I always started with RO water and then I adjusted the pH to get it to the pH I wanted to have
And
for beer.
minerals and yeah.
If you taste water, RO water, and then taste it in different pH levels, there's a different mouthfeel to them. And that's what when you said pH, I'm like, that made total sense with this. The mouthfeel on this is totally unique.
Yeah. And so,
So it's a bit acidic, you'd say.
yeah,
It doesn't have the fatty coating
It's more
because it's
acidic
more
than
acidic,
alkaline.
so it's
Yeah.
going to be more
It's almost
drying.
dry.
yeah.
Yeah.
the longer you take fermentation, the more presence of bacteria comes in. So at some point, yeast is going to die, right?
Yes.
So you control the temperature the way you want it. You control the yeast strain you want, but at some point, yeast are going to burn out, and lactic, bacteria are going to take over. And when bacteria, interact with the mash, they create lactic acid as a byproduct. So it's a good thing and it's a bad thing. And it happens in every time you ferment, right? You're always going to have, you can't, especially with beer, you talk about that. You you want to keep that out.
Yeah.
But except with sours.
Correct.
But like with spirits, the longer you ferment, it's going to take over at some point. And then there's something good about that. But at some point it becomes rancid, it becomes bad. It can spoil a whole, cook. So you got to be careful with lactic acid and how much bacteria you get in. But bacteria always plays a part in fermentation, and it's good if you control it.
Nature
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
wins.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's where you go to, if you totally screw up a batch of something fermentation wise, you're still left with alcohol.
Yeah.
It's crappy alcohol if you're going to drink it as a beer.
You make
Yeah.
vodka out of
But
it.
you make
then.
vodka. You
Yeah.
make what's called neutral grain spirit. You distill it out to 95% ethanol, and then you're left with only 5% of whatever impurities are.
Yeah.
left.
And I'm gonna geek out one more second. So butyric acid, like the buttery popcorn notes you get in bourbon sometimes,
Yeah.
that's all bacteria. That's not yeast. That's not a congener from yeast. That's from bacteria. It's beautiful, but in too much, it becomes rancid. It tastes horrible. But in the right proportions, you get this buttery mouthfeel, this popcorny kind of note, and it's wonderful in bourbons in the right proportions. And so, again, to all the distillers who can control that and figure out the proportions of fermentation time, temperature when you're fermenting, like that's all fermentation.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I mean at what point do you say, oh, that's enough? And then like quick, get it into this the still,
Yeah.
because I need to get this thing done. Right? Because you want that mouthfeel. You want that
Yeah,
buttery.
it's like
note.
the Dark Arts one I tried. It was an unfinished, but it had almost like you just swallowed brisket, and still had the meat oils on the back of your palate, and that's how the finish on that bourbon was it gave you that same
Yeah.
buttery coating that almost felt like
That's a
meat
good
fat.
segue, Heine. Like you need to talk about you were on a
You went on a
epic
trip.
trip
I was on a
this
rant.
past
You went
week.
I'm
Hit me.
surprised I'm still drinking. I think
He,
my liver
talk about
mad.
blazing the bourbon trail in like 3 days. This guy was eating breakfast in castles.
Yeah.
He was pulling bourbons from everywhere. You got an amazing pick from, Heaven Hill.
Yeah,
Talk
I was
about
out
it,
there.
man.
Well, the pick from Heaven Hill, I ended up getting a VBS 2025
Oh
Woo,
yeah.
woo.
because I was sitting out there at 8 o'clock in the morning.
That's the
with-
old Fitz 11, right?
Yes, which is
Yeah.
a excellent bottle.
Is that very, very special?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we will crack that
That's
eventually.
that's more of a cognac designation.
Yeah.
When they say like VVS,
Yeah.
like VSOP and
Yeah,
XO.
I was a little
Yeah.
worried. I was sitting out there and I was like, man, if I sat out here this whole time and it's,
They
if it's, if they pull out just some random like Elijah Craig, I'm gonna be mad.
those
But-
those vats, those VVSs sit in stainless steel containers because they pulled them because they were so good. They didn't want them to overage.
Yeah.
Didn't
They
want
wanted
them to
stop it
over
right
oak.
away.
They pulled them and they dumped them. So they periodically will pull those and bottle them as old fits in different ages, right? 11 year, 13 years sometimes. But like when you get that VVS, that and William Heaven Hill 19 or 17,
Yeah.
like those are special
They are very
bottles.
special. Yeah.
That's gonna be awesome. Looking forward to that.
Yeah,
so
you
I got
even
that.
drink with a
I got one of
donkey.
the. A lot of people call them the grenade bottles, but it's the 8-year batch select from Elijah Craig.
Yeah.
That's distillery only. I picked up one of those. But yeah, we hit a bunch of places. We started off at Bluegrass Farms and Bluegrass Distillery. Literally like a 1800 farmhouse that a lawyer bought, and he had a distillery downtown Lexington and then decided to just move it home. So he built the whole new distillery right outside of his house. And so we went there and tried that. And I think the thing that really stuck out to me there was their blue corn that they had.
It's
blue
good.
corn
It's
was
good.
great.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
awesome.
We've all tasted it. It's
Yeah.
really good. Yeah.
So they had a really nice setup out there. We left there. We hit I think we hit a winery next.
What didn't you hit up?
Uh,
It seemed
Yeah,
like
you
everything
you
but
made-
curbs.
But you didn't make it to Willett.
No, we didn't go to Willett.
Willett, yeah.
Then we went back. We ended up going out to Jake's Cigar. Hung out there for the night. I picked up my first 58 while we were out there because they came in after I'd left. Really neat place out there. Then the next day we went straight to a castle to have breakfast. That was unique. We just
That's very
We
cool.
randomly just were driving to Lexington. It was like,
What
That's
the
a-
hell?
that's
Well,
a freaking
apparently there's
castle.
a-
Well,
there's- I guess
I-
there's a couple castles in Kentucky.
Well, I
didn't
said
even
I
know that
asked
was
where
a
you at
thing.
Castle and Key, like at the old
That's what
Taylor
I
store.
was
You're like,
thinking
no, I was
too.
at a castle.
no, it was a legit castle. And
Yeah.
it's a hotel
It had a
and
moat.
restaurant. It has a whole farm behind it and everything. So
Did
We-
you ever get the history on that? Was that someone that built the castle for themselves and then sold it?
no,
Or
I
what
think
was the
I
deal?
think it was I think it was a business venture
It was
to
always-
actually
okay.
make it a restaurant. 'Cause
It's
it's not set up like
I
a
can't
regular
I can't wait to check that one out.
But the food there was amazing. The farm out back Of course, my girlfriend went nuts when they found out they had donkeys and all kinds
Well,
of chickens and everything
I mean,
else.
Oh
pygmy
my
goat
God.
yoga, baby.
pygmy
Let's
goat
go.
yoga.
Pygmy goat yoga.
Weasel was in heaven.
I'm all in
So-
on
Was
that.
Liesl out there like jumping with the goats? I mean, I could just see her on all fours out there.
Well,
like,
she wasn't on all fours.
Hey,
but-
goat, come follow me. There's a bush. There's
Yeah.
a bush.
I have like
something I can just imagine Liesl like out there like fake eating leaves off of some sort of bush with the goat, just like trying to get closer to nature.
I'm waiting for my phone to go off right now.
USOB.
No
But,
comment from Heine.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it was awesome, and they have tiny homes that you can rent outside the castle to stay in that are in with all the, outside the pens and stuff like that, back by the stables, and that overlook the castle. But we pulled in, and of course, it was a dense fog advisory the day we went. So we were pulling up the driveway, and all of a sudden, this castle just appears out of the fog.
Oh, that's
Oh,
amazing.
that's even
Yeah.
So
better.
it
Man,
felt like
super
you were,
cool.
You're in Ireland.
Yeah,
Coming
it
through
felt
the
like you're in
clouds.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Well,
Just
it's
gonna
more
have
like-
breakfast.
Yeah, it was more like Robin Hood coming home from the Crusades
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of deal.
I
but-
love it.
Now you mentioned that the pillars, the 4 pillars on the corner, they're actually rooms to
They're
stay in,
actual loft,
which is
two-story
really
rooms.
cool because
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
like each of the 4 corners of the castle
Yeah.
are
Rooms you
rooms
can
to
rent.
rent, and
Yeah.
you
Oh,
can have a
man.
Nerf
And
gun.
then there's that's what I said.
There you go.
We'll get Nerf crossbows and start shooting
Yeah.
at each
I love
other
it.
across the thing.
I love
But yeah,
it.
it was an awesome place. And then we left there, went to Jay Mattingly, and I swear that guy was trying to kill me.
Yeah.
He was a great guy. Loved him
Oh,
to
they're
death.
great.
I was
They're
there
great.
forever. We were there almost all day, and I did a seven bourbon flight of all their specialty stuff, all their special forces releases and stuff like that. Because
You said I know Will Breeden, didn't you?
I
Yeah.
brought it up.
Yeah, yeah. Of course you do.
That was it.
A 7 bourbon flight already is aggressive.
Okay,
is.
But
That's a
then
lot.
you fell into the try this trap.
Yeah.
Yes, you
And then
did,
that guy,
yes.
once I mentioned Will Breed, no. Once I mentioned that that they had done a pick there before, and that you'd been there, and everybody else had been there doing picks and stuff. It was a waterfall of onslaught.
he just
of
opened the
extra stuff.
floodgates.
I have a stack of sample cups that's probably
Yeah.
about 8 inches tall. That I did the 7 flight and then did 9 more after that.
Oh my
Hey,
gosh.
Alan, he measures like you. He said that was 8 inches.
Yeah.
I was adding the cigar.
I got you. I got you.
And then
I go metric system.
So then we left there, and luckily, right across the street is Buffalo Trace.
Mhm.
So we went into Buffalo Trace and went in there, toured around there for a little while.
Was
did
there
the-
anything special there you can
No,
get?
they didn't have anything special out.
Okay.
Wah,
that-
wah.
Yeah,
Boo.
they had Elijah Craig, or not Elijah Craig. They had E.H. Taylor small batch. They
Sure.
had the small bottle Eagle Rare. They had Buffalo Trace, and then the singer.
No, Traveler.
Traveler
Traveler.
whiskey.
Which
yeah.
getting a small batch at retails,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Well, and the
if you don't
Traveler,
have
they just
one.
released the new
Yeah,
foolproof.
it just came
Is that
out.
what that
This-
was?
No, it was
Oh,
just the
regular
standard
Traveler,
Traveler.
okay.
That's
But
because
they,
I thought about getting the foolproof, but they had nothing out that was foolproof.
Yeah.
So that was a little disappointing.
yeah, I'm bummed you didn't get the SAS foolproof because I
Yeah.
know you wanted to get that, and they've had that quite a bit there. I'm surprised
Yeah, I'm shocked
they
they're
have
out of it
out,
now because
yeah.
it seemed to be everywhere for a while.
Yeah, I really need to get some of those.
It'll
size
be
bottles.
available.
I
It's
was
going to be
say,
regular release.
Before you know it, it'll be on the shelf at
will
Meyer,
be.
and it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Hey Rob, out of curiosity, getting back to the cigar real quick.
Yeah.
Is there a binder or filler? Because you take a look at the ash, like it just
Oh,
stays.
it held on.
it holds
Some-
on. Is there a binder or filler that?
Honestly, it just depends on the makeup of the cigar. I mean, whatever leaf they're using. One thing if you ever have ash that looks like there's like flakes of salt on it, a lot of times that's usually like a magnesium content to the soil
Okay.
that creates that. When it sticks on, I honestly have no idea.
Because
what that
Will
does
had
to
a
it.
good inch.
Oh yeah,
on
I had
his
to
before
actually hit
even
mine
he-
hard to get it to fall off.
Well, yeah, I'm looking at
I-
our ashtray,
Yeah.
and it's just they're all
They're big.
half inch or more chunks.
I think that's construction. I think
I
that's
think it
who
is.
wraps it, who makes the
But
cigar.
I think it also is some of the fillers are using are well, again, this is an aged cigar too. I think it's some of the thicker leaves they're using in the actual construction of the filler, which helps hold that on too. If they're using all that like the lower level, leaves on the plant, it's going to flake off and fall off easy because some of them need that. If you have like a broadleaf binder and a San Andreas wrapper and you got some other Ligero in the filler. Well, you got to have some stuff that will burn. But if you have some thicker leaves, I think that will help hold the ash on. But honestly, I've never done the experiment to figure that out yet.
It gets sweeter to me as we go through this. Like,
And I'm out of
But-
whiskey, so that could be part
yeah,
of
we
it.
need it. Let's.
But the
We'll let Will grab the next bottle.
retro brings back those leather notes that have kind of dissipated a little bit.
Yeah,
It's gotten sweeter and the leather peppery notes kind of faded away, but then you retro and it just comes right back.
Totally
the leather
agree.
hits fast, and then the pepper's like a slow burn. I like it a lot.
let's get
This
into
is great
some
cigar.
Yeah.
Texas
So
whiskey.
let's go ahead and do our first commercial, if you guys don't
Yeah.
mind.
Cool.
Final Third Cigar is Indiana's exclusive Aladino Cigar Lounge. Come to Final Third for a selection of over 20 different Aladino cigars, including the Cameroon, a wonderful cigar with nice light flavors. Make sure and visit Final Third, the Aladino exclusive cigar lounge for Indiana.
No, appreciate
Thank
you guys.
Aladino. You guys
So
are
while you're
awesome.
passing that around, I'll go ahead and talk about a little something in politics here.
Okay.
So this week, you guys have probably been hearing us talk about, and probably heard it in the industry, talking about all the tariffs that have been hammering all these cigar making countries. Nicaragua got hit with an 18%. They were trying to make it 100%. The Supreme Court actually shot down Trump's tariffs, saying they were illegal because the only way you can go, you can only do a 10% tariff unless it's coming out of an emergency in the country, like war, something like
Right.
that. They can do a tariff to get money coming in. Well, he put 18% on Nicaragua and some other tariffs. They nullified that. Then right after that, literally the next day, Trump imposes a 15% on everybody across the board, across the world, 15%. So what that means is they're probably going to go back to Supreme Court. They're probably going to knock it down again. But now we got another few months of dealing with that.
There'll probably be another one after that because I think there's 3 different ways that you can actually apply
There are.
tariffs.
He's on number 2 right now.
Yep.
But what that's going to do is Nicaraguan tariffs are going from 18 down to 15%. So there's 3%. Should be some refunds coming back to the brands. We'll see. Hopefully we get some discounts, going forward on that. But what that does hurt is Dominican and Honduran because the tariffs were lower and now those are going up to 15. So I don't know what that's going to do, but right now it's just a battle to educate people on the difference of what they're doing. The whole point that Trump had on the Nicaraguan tariff wanting to go to 100% was because of all the child labor laws and stuff they're trying to fight against because Nicaragua was bad about that. But the cigar industry has been really good about they will not do that, and they've actually policed themselves. But he lumped everything in the same country together. I don't know how you'd separate that either, but I mean, it should have been. So
Which this isn't
Well,
about the politics of
it's
a
not-
tariff or not. It's
this
just
has nothing to do with
it's just cigar
Republican,
tariffs
Democrat.
and-
No,
This
it's
is
just tariff.
Yep,
this is
itself
just
just
government
what's
doing
going on in the
stuff
cigar
right now.
business.
Exactly.
Yes.
I'm
Yep.
not picking on anybody, but it is one of those things where it's affecting us. So hopefully we'll see maybe a little reprieve in cigar raising prices for a minute. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. So it's a fluid situation. I'm sure that they'll be talking about like crazy up in PCA this year.
Speaking of PCA,
Yes.
Yep.
do it.
Everybody needs to get out there and vote because our favorite cigar lounge, the Final Third Cigar and Whiskey Lounge, has been nominated again for PCA's Cigar Lounge of the Year for the Midwest.
Yep.
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
Yep. So
Congratulations on the
Congratulations.
nomination.
Awesome.
Yes.
Yes,
Congrats,
it's awesome. I'm
Rob.
so happy
Fantastic.
about that. So we couldn't actually be nominated last year because they don't allow back-to-back years. This is our first year to be eligible again, and we got nominated again. So we're excited. Also, Louisville Cigar Company, Josh, he got nominated for the South region. So we're hoping that we can bring back 2 home.
Clean sweep.
You're close.
Yeah.
That'd be
Yeah,
awesome.
let's go
So
for it.
Congrats,
So,
Josh.
So
That's
when does
awesome.
voting start?
So keep an eye
I think
out.
it's March 2nd is
March
when
2nd?
March
voting
2nd or
starts.
3rd. I don't
Yeah,
remember,
I think
but
it was 2nd, but I'm not sure. We'll find
but
out.
make sure pay attention to your emails.
March
The Final
3rd.
Third
March
email
3rd.
goes out every week. The link will be in there.
Yes.
Lisa always takes care of that. Check in on the social media.
Yeah. We
Vote.
would
Please go out and vote.
definitely would appreciate your votes on that because I mean it is something when you get out there and you do it. I mean I've had several brands. I mean Oliva was one of them. It was kind of funny because I was already in talks with Dwayne to get Oliva in here, and we won the award. And his owner came up to him and said, "You need to get in there." He's like, "I already got it done," but these owners are paying attention to that. It's
Yeah.
like when you win an award like that, it means something to the industry, and it was really awesome to win that first year they did it. hopefully we can pull out another one this year.
And it does mean that you, Rob, get a lot of people that come to your door saying, "Hey, check out my cigar," which
Yeah.
allows you to have some of the best brands and especially the best up and coming.
And some of the ones you don't want, but that's okay.
That's-
too.
that's fine, too. Yeah.
But
Yep.
it's a great thing.
But
The
it's
fact
good.
that matter is like like you don't want to say you're not going to win and stuff, because I think you guys will win and
hope
stuff. But
so.
the fact that you're a finalist again and
Yeah.
stuff, and the fact you won the first year, wasn't eligible for second year, but a finalist for the third year, that says something to what you guys have built here.
Well,
Absolutely.
And usually what it is, at least the first year, I don't know about last year because we weren't involved with it, but the first year I think it was only 3 or 4, maybe 5 total in individual regions that actually got nominated to be a part of it. So when they first do the nominations, we have to fill out all this stuff, send it in, and then they go through it, and then their people vote on who should be in. And that's usually PCA members. That's people in the industry that actually vote on who gets in. So that was, very, very honoring for us to be able to get in here again. So let's hope we can win.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Pull out another
Nice.
win.
let's do it.
So look for your emails.
Yes, please do. Yeah.
All right,
So
what are
what
we
are we
drinking
drinking?
now?
All right. Well, I mean, you know more about this. When I went to Austin a few weeks ago, I stopped by Still Austin there and picked up a couple of Nancy Fraley's picks. And obviously I picked it up because, I mean, Will, you just had a session with her, 2 months ago where you did a blending class. Is that
Yeah.
correct?
Yep.
So I'm not sure exactly what Will picked first over here, because there was a rye and there was a bourbon. And, for me, again, I don't know really much of the difference, knowing that you guys are more expert
Yeah.
on it. So we'll talk about that
Now
aspect.
you can
So now,
see if he can tell the difference.
yes.
Which
Well,
one?
I
is
haven't
it?
tasted it yet.
Oh,
but
so you don't know which one he poured.
no, I have no idea. Well, I mean, I had the bottle, but I can't read because I don't have glasses on. So, but on the nose,
He hasn't
like
woke up yet from his nap.
on the nose, I get a lot of oak presence on this,
Yeah.
like sweet oak. I
What
get
you're
a
going to get from Texas a lot. Of
I get a
times.
cola note, like a
That's a good call. Cola.
almost
Cola.
like
Yeah, I'd
a
agree with
flat Dr. Pepper or Coca-Cola note, like
I'm with you more on the Dr. Pepper. There's a little bit more
Yeah.
complexity in the Raider Cola.
Yeah.
Yeah.
23 ingredients.
smells
Exactly.
delicious. Like the color on this is just
It is
beautiful,
dark,
beautiful.
dark amber. Like
This
Well-
is what happens when you have a lot of extract out of a new chardo.
Because obviously
right.
Texas, the heat.
Exactly.
I mean, this is spicy as hell.
Yeah, it is.
Like I think it's bourbon, but like
I feel like it's bourbon as well.
What's
I
the
don't-
proof on this one? Do you guys know?
I think they're both 120 something.
120 something. Okay.
I don't get the rye notes that I normally get in a rye, and I could be totally wrong because I could have.
125.8.
All right, what are we doing? Are we dealing with a bourbon or a rye?
God, blessed, that's spicy.
This
Like-
one is the bourbon.
Yeah.
It's a 70-25-5.
Okay.
70 corn, 25 rye, 5 malted barley.
So still
So
a
it's
lot
a
of rye.
high rye.
Still got
content.
rye in
Yeah.
it, but it's not the punch.
I
of
felt
the
like it
taste
had a
of
little too much kind of vanilla backing to it to be.
It had the
a
sweetness from
rye.
the
It
corn
does.
on the
Yeah.
nose
Yeah.
to me. Like,
Yeah.
but
Again,
yeah,
another home run by Nancy too. She's
God
doing an
bless it.
amazing job.
She's so talented. I am in awe of that.
I'll
woman.
tell you what.
Like,
Still, Austin hit a home run by getting her to do so many blends for them. Because I mean, she does. I mean, she does. I don't know how many she does for them, but I've seen probably at least 20 of them, and I saw 4 or 5 when I was down there too that she's done. So good on them to get her in there
Yeah.
so much.
So is this a blend,
well,
or you just took a blending class? I mean, like,
Well,
It
doesn't
says,
she, doesn't
it says
she blend
single barrel.
barrels? Oh,
Single
this is a
barrel.
single barrel.
Okay.
This is
Okay.
a-
Single
Okay.
barrel
barrel
cast
she
strength.
picked, yeah.
Okay, even better.
Yeah.
only reason why I asked because you said Nancy Fraley is very well known for blending.
Well, she's blended barrels at Still Austin and had
Okay.
their releases of blended barrels. They might all be bourbon, but she's blending barrels. But this one's single
So
barrel.
if
That's
she's
awesome.
picking a single barrel,
You know it's special.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's extremely special because she's going to look at it and go, "Could I make this better,
Yeah.
or is this fine as is?"
She blends
So good.
in the concept. She came up from cognac, Armagnac blending. So she's the eau de vie style of blending is Nancy's style. And I'm not
Yeah.
going to get into that right now, but
You can check back 5 or
Yeah.
6 episodes ago. We talked pretty extensively
Yeah.
about that.
it definitely tastes. It's proof to me.
It does. It's. I'd agree. I mean,
It's
in that,
bringing a little bit more of the cocoa out in the cigar too.
I'd agree with that as well.
well,
Yeah.
this is what I love about Texas whiskey is that it's become its own thing.
Mhm.
Like Texas whiskey now, based off the style. It's not like Kentucky bourbon. It's not like Indiana bourbon. It is its own thing, and it's aggressive, and it will. It's everybody. You know it when you taste it.
Well, they say everything's bigger in Texas, and I think that translates to a lot of the country.
Yeah.
As a whole, we don't do a lot of subtle. I mean, you see some of the stuff from the 70s, 60s, a lot of subtlety, a lot of the 80 and 90 proof bourbon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
the
that was
Texas
when
mentality.
they were trying
is-
to bring whiskey back at that time.
correct
too.
because nobody drank it.
That's
Yeah,
why-
nobody
that's
drank
why-
bourbon.
We just had that conversation with some people up here that was admiring all the beam decanters.
Yeah.
Well, in the early 70s, they did all that because they're trying to get people to try bourbon again.
Yeah,
And that's kind of what I feel like kind of brought the bourbon boom back into the country. It's like people, this stuff's good. Why am I not drinking this stuff? And then it's taken off ever since.
and still Austin, Garrison.
Garrison,
There's another one.
Balcones.
Balcones.
Those are the
Yeah,
three
those
big
are
dogs.
three
Iron,
big
Root,
ones.
Iron
big
Root
down
is a
there.
big
Yep,
one. Yeah.
Yep. They've really come out and said, you know what? We're gonna make bourbon. We're gonna make it our way.
I mean, it's kind of like Jack Daniels with Tennessee. We're going to own what we have.
Love it.
And it's
That's
Tennessee
great.
whiskey.
Yeah,
And that's great. Yeah.
and if you haven't tried it, like if you're a Jack Daniels hater because you've had Black Label and you've never had any of their single barrel picks or any of their really barrel strength stuff,
You're missing out.
you're missing out.
Big time.
You are totally missing out. I understand when I first kind of got into bourbon. I mean, this was, I've been drinking bourbon for a long time, but when I really got aggressively into it, Jack Daniels was off my list. The first time I
Quickly.
had Coy Hill,
Yeah.
I was like, get out of
What
here.
the what?
This
Yeah,
is
what?
this is Jack? No.
Yeah.
And you just realize they got a whole lot of really, really good bourbon sitting there in barrels, and they were just waiting for the market to exist.
Well, you know the good Coy Hills when you lose the banana note.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
it's just
exactly.
gone. Like
It's
from the
not
age,
there at all.
from
Well,
the
you
age
go,
on
this
it.
is not
Yeah.
this is not Jack. That's what you
Yeah.
you're just used to the Jack Daniels kind of flavor profile, and when you have some of the other Jack Daniels products, they just blow your mind, man. And there's nothing wrong with like having a Still Austin or Balcones or any of these Texas guys or the Colorado guys. They're doing a killer job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to start trying these bourbons from some other places
Yeah,
because look, we
absolutely.
make good bourbon in Indiana. We make great bourbon in Kentucky.
Yep.
There's a lot of really great bourbon elsewhere.
Yeah. And again, bourbon can be made anywhere in America.
Yes, it can. be.
So it doesn't have to be from Kentucky.
So
Made in a toilet in prison in Pendleton.
Might not be bourbon, but hey,
It's not bourbon.
no, it's got to be in an oak container,
oak
Yeah.
container. Yep.
a
Let me
new
make-
oak container.
New
there's,
oak.
there's oak trees around here, and you never
Yeah.
know if those guys could get some oak. It's supposed to be charred new oak. Now that brings up the question: if you have a toilet and you throw some new charred oak,
As long as it's
staves in
container.
there.
Doesn't have to be charred. It just has to be new oak.
It has to be
New
new
oak.
oak. Yeah.
You could, like Jimmy Russell says, you could take White Dog off the still, dump it in a new oak bucket, and put it in a bottle, and it's bourbon.
Yep.
I like
It
that.
could be
I mean,
white
I
as
can't
dog.
say I would
yeah.
taste. I would like the taste of that, but I like that
Yeah.
mentality.
Yep. Yep.
So there you go for all of our friends down
This
at
is
one of the three
spicy.
prisons
It
down the
is
road.
spicy.
Yeah. Exactly.
It is
Like,
super spicy.
This is spicy, like peppery on the finish. Like holy
It
moly!
is. Yeah.
Speaking of the Pendleton prison, so you said you're going to Jelly Roll.
Yeah.
He's going to come in with Post Malone at
Yeah.
Lucas Oil, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's in September, I think. Yeah.
So last time Jelly Roll was here, he visited the
ju-
men's
juvenile.
max. Oh, was the juvenile?
Well, I knew he did juvenile. I didn't know he did. He may have done both.
He might
If
have.
he was here, why
Yeah,
not?
That's his thing. When he goes around and tours around, he always visits prison to try and
Shares his life.
shares his life story and says, "Hey, you can make it. You can get out.
Yep.
You can do something with your life." So I
Yep.
wonder if he'll be making a trip
And-
back to Pendleton again.
I would be shocked if he didn't, or maybe hit another prison. There's other
Yeah,
ones. that-
Plainfield,
Westfield,
Terre
Westfield, all that.
Haute,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wabash.
And his wife was on Howard Stern this week, Bunny XO.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah?
She came.
Uh,
She's just released a new book
Yeah.
about her life story, and it's quite fascinating. Like,
Wow.
as a former, call it what it is, Las Vegas prostitute.
Yeah.
She, talks about all of that and kind of
Prestige
lays it out
escort.
there, and it's
Wow.
pretty amazing. Like,
Wow.
Broken people know broken people.
yeah,
They do.
You know,
They do.
if you've been there and you've had to go through it, then you know about it. So it's great to see the success there.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I could tell you replacing my fluids with this kind of fluid is getting to me pretty quick.
Well, if you weren't
Yeah.
out gambling till
Yeah.
all hours in the
Well, I
morning,
might point out his ash too, that he's sitting there holding
Oh,
still.
I am
He's-
doing it.
look at that.
I am seeing how long
Wow,
I
you're
can
gonna
do
see how
it.
you can go.
Alan's got quite the dog rocket
Speaking,
over there.
By the
speaking a little bit of gambling,
Yeah.
I got the Harris. Hopefully they'll sign up for another sponsorship this year.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll
But
see.
they did start racing out there at the track. I had a good night. I went out. Gene and Curtis were there.
a little sloppy.
On we had some rainstorms come through. We had a delay for about 10 or 15 minutes, but
Yeah.
man, it was good to see horses back on the track.
It is.
I found out that if I go by myself, like, because Gene and Curtis both left, and then I immediately like won 3 races in a row with gambling
Nice.
because I had time to, and there was like 4 or 5 guys. One of them, he was Gene knew him, our friend Gene from Harris Hoosier Park. This guy had won the handicapping contest and went out to Vegas on Caesars on
yeah.
Caesar's dime.
Yeah.
And he got 22nd out of 1,000.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
That's
Yeah, which
awesome.
was pretty great. And I'm looking, and I'm like, I won
Oh.
3 races, and he won a big fat 0. So I was feeling pretty good about that.
And
Oh,
Alan
did you
lost
lose
his
it?
ass.
You
Inch and a
lost your
half.
ass.
Inch and a half.
Inch and a
Hey, by the
half.
way, the vacuum's in the back.
I
Don't
know.
do that.
we talked about this on Cigar 101
We did, yeah.
about if you do drop your ash, the proper
I will
way
say,
to do it
This is one of those cigars. If you ever want to do a long ash competition, this would be one you could actually get a
It's
long
tight.
ash
It's-
on.
It's rolled so tightly.
is
rolled.
Right. It's crazy. Yeah.
So also, while Heine was off playing in Bourbon Land, I was down in Orange Beach, and don't have any spectacular stories, but do want to shout out Melody at Seaside Liquors number 4,
Yeah.
next to the donut shop, just a little bit west of the Publix. She's fantastic. She stocks their bourbon incredible. I mean, she had Gatsby, she had
Is that the
Michter's
one that we
10-year.
went to? I know you guys were back in the room. Is that the one that I took the girls to and we went over there?
It might have been
Because that was
yeah,
a
it
great
was-
liquor store.
And she, so turns out she's a bourbon person,
Oh,
like more so than I even knew.
okay.
She was a distiller for 17 years at Buffalo Tricks.
Well, there you go.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Right?
That's
Yeah, you
awesome.
never knew who you're going to run to. She kind of got fed up with just all the world and retired and went down to Orange Beach to live the beach life and just works at a liquor store down
Well-
there. So yeah, if you're down in Orange Beach and looking for good bourbon, the selection there is fantastic. And if you get talking with Melody, she is full of life. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, she definitely chats you up.
She's living her best life.
She's doing great.
I believe the
and,
quote was,
it's
"She's
just-
a female Scott from your wife."
Oh my goodness, that might have been the case. Yeah.
Well, look, I'm just happy you didn't have 6 inches of snow
no
like you did last
kidding.
year.
Oh my
I will say the
goodness.
day you left, it started warming up here. I'm like, man, you missed out.
No, it was
But you had
perfect. I
great
came
weather down
back.
there.
It was like as soon as we got back, it hit 65 here.
Yeah.
So we had good weather down there. I got my tan on. I feel great. I'm happy to be back in Indiana. The snow sucks today, but you know what? It doesn't have me down.
Yeah.
We're heading into March.
We're getting there.
We
We're
are
almost
so
there.
close to some warm weather. I'm
We
really
are.
happy about it.
That month of May creeping up on us.
I
Yes, it
know.
is. Yes, it
I
is.
know.
Racing time.
March
Yeah.
Madness is coming. We're going to
Madness.
have a lot of
All kinds of
basketball,
stuff.
thank
You know
God.
how hard it's going to be to keep cussing on that show? Man, we get
It's gonna be a
started
hard one.
really, really early.
We need to get a beeper for the show.
I know, we really do. A
Beep,
dump
beep, beep.
button. Yeah.
I can
yeah.
bring in an air horn. Just,
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, so
Yeah,
be prepared.
Anticipation.
We get into the month of May, and I think this year's show on Carb Day is
It's
going
gonna
to
be fun.
I think it's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll have a good time.
Yeah, Kurt Netti's coming on the show that day. It's gonna be great.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
We
keep putting it
wish.
out
All
there,
right.
baby. Let's keep putting
Let's
it out
Tim
there.
Mendoza's in the area, so we know he's actually. I forget what it is. What he's going to wave the green flag, maybe.
Did he smoke a cigar at the championship game?
I don't know if he did.
Maybe
or
we
not.
gotta
It's a
get him
good
to smoke a
question.
cigar with us.
Let's talk about the bourbon. Let's talk about the bourbon with
Oh.
the Still Austin.
Yeah.
I mean, the cigar with
Cigar.
Still Austin. Yeah. Like, it totally changes a cigar now for me. Like,
Yeah.
the spice pops up on the nose a lot. A lot.
Well, it's almost a complete inversion of the first one,
hmm
where I felt like the spice transitioned out of the cigar. Now I almost feel like now it's on both, but it's a different spice. So you get like almost a peppery, leathery kind of hit off the cigar, especially on the retro. And the chocolate actually for me kind of disappeared,
Yeah.
but the spice note on the bourbon ramped way up.
Man,
Yeah.
if you take a sip and immediately take a puff, that retro hill makes my eyes water a
It
little
did
bit.
make my
It's
eyes
just
water.
one of these. This
It's
is
great
one of
'cause my
these
contacts
cigars.
are getting dry.
This is
Yeah.
one.
Worked great for me.
Yeah, this is one of these cigars. I just don't want it to end.
Where
Yeah.
can we
It's a
get
great
these?
cigar.
Yeah,
Where can
Well,
we get these?
Cigar Factory.
You can
Down
order them
New
online.
Orleans.
Yeah, go to
They
yeah.
ship.
Oh, but
try
they
it.
ship.
Yeah, they
Okay,
ship.
there
Yeah,
you
they
go. So
ship. You can get these.
Yeah,
Ace. You
these are
can
not
order 'em.
distributed, right?
Yeah.
These are
No.
these
Well,
are just just
I
sourced
don't
out
think
of
they
their
really
place.
distribute yet,
Yeah,
but they're
Yeah.
getting to a point where they might be able to soon. I hope.
man.
I talked to them down there, and they really weren't doing it yet. But again, if you want these, you can buy them online.
Like this
Like
is
their
a
place.
this is a
We're
fantastic.
an
smoke.
hour in, and I'm just at the middle of it. I
Yeah.
haven't got to
I'm
the
barely
final third.
getting the second, third
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, I'm a faster smoke.
Yeah.
I smoke faster.
Yeah, but we're about the same.
We're about the
Yeah.
same.
yeah,
Yeah,
we're,
we're-
definitely into
The
our
three
second,
of us
third.
are together.
Yeah.
like we're pretty
Yep.
close. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great
It's a
cigar.
really good cigar.
Yeah. So we're at the tail end of the Olympics.
Yeah.
It's been an eventful 2 weeks. Obviously, we talked about the USA hockey win. That was huge. Well, have you guys watched much
Shout out to the
Olympics?
women's.
Oh,
Honestly,
the women's
hockey.
as well. The women's.
The
Yeah.
women
Who
won.
only
Don't
allowed-
overshadow the women.
No, that's a
Yeah.
great
Both
call.
overtime.
No. 2 goals. The entire,
The entire
Olympics,
Olympics.
Entire
is what they
Olympics.
allowed.
Yeah.
2. They
That's
outscored
amazing.
like 38-2.
Two. Yep.
That's bonkers.
It is.
Yeah.
And the one goal that they gave up early was the first game. They went like 4 games
On shutouts.
shutouts.
Yeah.
Man.
I mean, they crushed it.
they shut
now, I
out
will tell
Canada,
you-
didn't they? Yeah.
They,
I thought it was Canada they shut
No,
them
they
out.
played them in the final,
That
didn't
was
they?
the final.
Yeah,
So it's
I
both-
thought they
final-
shut them
both-
out.
Both
Both
finals
US
were U.S. and Canada.
But I think
Men's and
Canada
women's.
scored a goal in the. Yeah, they scored 1 goal.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
So one at the beginning,
But
one
again,
at the end.
2 best. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was tied 1-1, and they went into overtime, also.
Yep.
And
Yep.
we ended up scoring within the first couple minutes.
But the
Yeah.
women scored their goal with like 2 minutes left, right? In
Yeah,
regulation.
they tied it
Yes.
up with 2 minutes
so
left.
they were down for obviously
down
most
the
of the
whole
game.
game.
Yep. Exactly.
So I loved curling as usual.
Those are the only 2 sports I really watched the whole time. This
Hockey
year.
and curling. I
Yeah.
watched. There was a lot of. Right now, there's this cross country. There was a lot of various types of cross country.
I feel like this
Skiing.
cross country right here.
It was a
These
lot.
girls going uphill. I'm like, that literally had to be your parents. You're in trouble. Go ski up.
Go
ski
skiing
that
up the hill.
It's like that does not look like fun at all.
It looks terrible.
I used to ski to school up and
Yeah.
down the
Yeah.
hill.
Yeah. But so I watched a little bit of bobsled this morning. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
watch any like skeleton or any of that stuff. I feel like I just kind of missed the
Well,
Olympics.
I tried to avoid the 2-man luge.
Yeah, that's
Weird.
a little weird.
Weird.
All of the memes
usually-
that came out for that were
Oh, gosh.
golden, though.
But
So strange.
usually for the Olympics, the figure skating is like the big thing. It didn't seem like there was any stories, like any known, well known.
I agree.
The dude hitting the backflip. 'cause
Yeah,
they-
that was
was
it.
a-
But that was
a
like
big
day
thing.
2.
Yeah.
But other than
Yeah.
that,
And he
you
got
didn't really see much
silver.
from figure skating, and that's
Well,
like
that's
the
what
big
always
one.
the Olympics always is. They always have all the stories coming in. And you're like, oh, well, I'm going to follow that player.
Yeah.
There was none of that this year.
Yeah.
It was
Well,
no
Lindsey
build up
Vonn,
to it.
obviously, that whole
She went out so early
situation.
though. It was kind of
Yeah.
a shame for her to go out
It
the way she
was.
did. But I mean, it was interesting. I mean, I watched less of it this year than probably ever. Well, I probably had it on more because we're in here, but I didn't watch much of it unless it was curling or hockey.
Yeah.
And for those of you that like winter sports, you probably had a great time. It's just not. Really
I will
my
say,
thing.
so the curling, there's 2 curling clubs. There's an Indianapolis curling club and an Anderson curling
Anderson,
club.
yeah,
And they've seen a huge uptick in people.
I'm sure.
Indianapolis actually had open. They are offering free open curling.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's like an hour or 2 per day. I don't know if it's every day. I don't know exactly all the situation. I saw something on Facebook about it. So, if you're
Do you,
ever interested,
do you know
in
where that
curling.
is?
I don't know where the Indy Curling Club is.
Yeah, I don't know where it is.
I did look at one point, and I know where the Anderson roughly is.
Yeah.
I think it's over there just off of 53rd.
Sort of the same building with the gymnastics building.
There you go.
Yeah.
But I'd love to do curling. I mean, that would be a lot of fun.
And the good
That-
thing is,
it
for a
looks
fat
so
guy like
easy,
me,
and
you can get the little
oh yeah,
stick to actually for the actual rock instead of actually getting down like those girls do. I can't do that.
Yeah, I have a Roomba that I let run around. I have a mop right in front of it and stuff the
There
whole
you
time.
go.
Yeah.
You put your
That-
finger
so just
on the
let it go
bottom of
around.
it,
And
guy-
I just,
guy-
That
just
was
mop,
one of the
you know.
memes that showed somebody with their Roomba and they were in front of it with so this
Oh,
is like
well,
all
I
I
sorts
love
of draining.
the there was the guys using cases of beer,
Yeah.
Miller Lite and
Oh,
Coors
oh,
Light, and they
yeah.
were
I saw the-
sliding them
on,
down.
I saw
baking
the puppy.
pans.
They
Yeah.
had a puppy they were pushing down. It's
Yeah,
like,
well,
this is great.
Pursue Spirits, Kenny and Ryan, they did a reel on Instagram this week where they were rolling a bourbon barrel and
Oh, there
they
you
were,
go.
Oh, that's perfect.
wiping it down in front and got it just to stop, like right in front of another barrel. Kind of bounced on it a little bit.
I don't know what it
They did a
is
good job.
about that event. I even struggle calling it a sport. I don't
Eh.
know. Whatever. I don't care.
I d-
It's awesome.
They should be drinking
Hey, it's-
beer.
I feel like they should be
I mean,
drinking
Well, how
beer
long?
while
As
they're
long
doing
as it lasts,
Oh,
a match
gosh.
lasts forever.
Yeah.
And then
You know what?
Yeah, 10 ends.
It's the
for
only
yeah.
it's the only Olympic sport that we can all do. Like we
Yes.
can all participate in and like do it. Like we got on the television right now we're watching what
Cross country.
50K cross country.
Yeah,
Like
that's
50K
not gonna
cross
do that.
country is insane. Like and those are athletes.
Mhm.
And I'm not saying curling.
You know what I want to see? I want to
Curling
see
people are
Cody
athletes,
and Mark
so-
over here. I want to see those two on the ice.
Yes.
Yeah, trying to get a stone into.
I want to see
into
Grant
the
do it in
house.
cowboy boots.
Yes,
Yeah.
there you go. Grant with his cowboy boots out there on the ice. I want to see him trying to march down that ice with his brew.
Yeah,
and
you should
doing
be able to
his
smoke
thing.
cigars while you're doing it as well.
Yes. Yes.
Cody would have him a Calif Red in his mouth while
Of
he was
course.
pushing
Absolutely.
the-
Yeah. Yeah.
A black,
Or
okay, a black,
There you
yeah.
go.
All right, there you
Yeah,
go.
while he's-
So the
Yep.
Circle City Curling Club is at 1735 West 53rd.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, right in the heart of Indianapolis.
Yep.
Good deal.
So 53rd Street is also in Anderson. So where's the Anderson one?
I
then?
think it's also on 53rd.
so. They're both 53rd
So I think
Street.
they're
Are they
both
really?
Interesting.
Okay.
So if as long as you hit 53rd
Oh no,
Street
that is the
and-
Anderson one.
That's
that's
the
right.
Anderson. Yeah, see, that's the Anderson. one.
Circle City
Indianapolis
Curling
is
Club
up
in
there.
Anderson. Yeah,
Oh, it's in Anderson.
Yep.
It's not
Yeah.
in Indy.
1735. It's just named the Circle City.
I only
Curling
knew
Club.
of the one. I didn't know there's
Okay.
one in Indy.
I
so-
thought. I guess there's not one in Indy. I thought
Okay.
there wasn't one in Indy. So it's just in Anderson. Yeah, go out
And
and
there's
check
a
out
2-hour
the.
learn to curl clinic.
I would. That's
50
the
bucks
thing.
a
Is that'd be
person.
fun to learn. That's the thing
If-
too. Is like, why would the fairgrounds not?
That sounds like
fill
a
up
great
some-
date
some,
night.
some
I
seats out
agree
there?
with you. That is like
Yeah.
a great date night.
Yeah.
It would
That's
be.
that's something you can easily do with your.
This
your
would be a great
spouse
thing
and-
for the fairgrounds to do because they're not getting anything else out there right now.
That's true.
Remember
Put
that
up some
picture I
sheets.
showed where it was just an empty coliseum, and I
Yeah.
was just like, "Wow, this is kind of sad."
Yeah, here comes Happy with his girlfriend. Yay!
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
Wednesday,
Well-
Thursday, and Saturday they have curling clinics.
yeah,
Well, Heine, why don't you get us another commercial? We'll come
Yeah.
back with some events.
That we can do.
Calling all dog lovers, say hello to Spencer Lee's, offering freeze-dried pet treats, crafted with care and bursting with flavor. Spencer Lee's treats are the ultimate reward for your four-legged friend. Made from single ingredients and freeze-dried to perfection, these treats are packed with all the goodness your pup craves. Be sure to visit.
Wait, we come back
Okay,
from
thanks,
Spencer's Lee.
Spencer
You
Lee's.
actually ate a dog treat?
yeah,
Oh, we ate them on the show.
yeah. We
Yeah,
had him on
ate
the
'em on the
show.
show.
Yeah.
Moon
If you go
Drops.
back and watch
The
previous
chicken
episodes,
one.
you know
Yeah.
at Moondrops
They
Distillery.
go-
Well, I did
Why-
not have one, but they did.
Because they're food grade.
They're food
They're
grade,
food grade.
Oh, okay.
but I mean,
And
it tastes like a dog treat.
they go
It's dry
great
as
with
heck,
beer.
but
Apparently, it
it's-
was dry.
It was
it's
dry.
very dry.
That was.
But it
that
tastes
was
like chicken.
I mean, my dog loves peanut butter.
Oh, here we go.
Oh boy.
And we're off the air.
And it's out again.
Okay.
All right, so
We're on the rails the entire time. Thanks for taking us
1
off.
hour sleep and bourbon.
No excuses.
blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. We
You
don't
didn't.
care.
You didn't show up this morning.
We've been
so
drinking
we don't-
since
yeah.
8 a.m.
Yeah,
Come
yeah,
I was gonna
on.
say.
We're on like hour 6 right now.
Yeah.
I take
Yes.
my night over yours.
The
You did
one,
win.
But
I
I'll take
did-
my
I
morning
did
over
win.
your night.
the
Yeah, we're
one
getting-
guy, and anybody who knows me, I love football. I love basketball a little bit. Like hockey, I'm trying to figure out.
We'll get you there, buddy.
But I organized this whole hockey meet just because I love you guys and I know how much you love hockey. And I thought, who do I want to hang out with at 8 a.m. on a Sunday morning watching USA versus Canada? Is you guys.
yeah, that was
Because you
fun.
are going to make it fun.
Yeah.
And it was fun.
It was
Yeah.
very fun.
Were you surprised at how many people showed up at Chatham?
I was shocked.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
Well, I
There
pulled
wasn't
in
a seat in
when,
the house.
when I pulled into the parking lot. I saw Rob in a line.
Yeah.
Like I was like, "Oh my god, I'm late."
Well, I waited. I literally
Yeah.
waited until they opened the doors. I'm like,
We
"You
got
guys-
there
we have
15,
a
20
table.
minutes
We're
early.
fine."
Yeah.
And then when I was a little like panicked at first because like, "Oh my god, I hope like people aren't rushing to that back room." And I saw you going in front of him, and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Okay, we're good."
Yeah.
So,
And I asked the bartender, I'm like, hey, that was Breeden got us the table in the back. Right?
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, your guys are good.
Yeah.
So
all right.
they already had it all set up for us. Yeah. If you give them a call, you got some sort of event, something going on.
So the moral of the
Just-
story is drop Will Breeden's name
Yeah.
everywhere you go.
That's it.
Yes.
That's all
Because
you
somehow
need.
you get in.
That's-
Exactly.
You might
yes.
hit 1 out of
Yeah.
10.
No, like I said, when I went
I
to
would say hitting 1 out of 10 is pretty solid for dropping somebody's name
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I don't know anybody else's name I could possibly drop.
I mean, I went to Louisville and I said, "Well, do you know Will Breeden?" The guy goes, "Hell yeah, I know Will Breeden." And it's like,
Well,
and then I
is
got
that legit? Did you really?
yes,
Yeah.
because when I went down to Louisville, I was picking up the bottles. I was coming back. I was picking.
Oh,
I was
where
going
is
all these
that?
places that you mentioned me to go and stuff. And of course, I was sitting there and saying, "Oh, Will Breeden." I said, told me to get this. I said, "Do you know Will Breeden?" He said, "Hell yeah, I know Will Breeden."
well, I mean, I name dropped at Dark Arts. That was the other place I went.
That
right
was
outside
a
of
that
Eight
was a
Pepper.
flop.
And unfortunately, the only person he's talked to there wasn't there that day. But they're like, oh, well, if he's talking to her, then you should try this.
Yeah.
And, and then when I asked for that specialty bottle that I ended up buying there that had that almost like that brisket meat fat kind of
Yeah.
finish, they're like, oh, I don't think we have any of those, but let me go check. And she disappears for like 5 minutes. She comes back with a bottle. She goes, oh, I found one in the back. I don't know if I was supposed to sell it
So-
or not, but
There you
And
go.
I'll give a shout out to Kimmy at Dark
Yeah.
Arts. She's amazing.
she's not there on Sundays, apparently.
Yeah. Well, you know what? She burns the candle from both ends. But like to that point, like I saw her at Kentucky Bourbon Festival. There was a specific finish from Dark Arts that I judged in the ascots that I fell in love with. It was the best thing I tasted out of every sample I had. And I said, I just want, I just wanted a bottle of it. She's like, I don't have any. She's like, I've got a sample. I'm like, she's like, come back tomorrow. I'm like, I'll be back tomorrow. She's like, just come find me. And I went and found her, and dag nabbit, she had a 2-ounce sample of this Sauternes finish Dark Arts that I just thought was phenomenal. And so,
Well, it's a neat place, and the bar is awesome. It almost looks like a giant geode on the back of the bar. Their alchemist flight of their experimental stuff is amazing. I tried some of the regular stuff too, but I ended up the one that actually surprised me, other than the one I bought, that surprised me the most was a Oloroso Sherry.
Oh, I love Oloroso
Oh.
Sherry.
And the
Sherry
finish
finishes.
on that was so just on point. It wasn't overdone. It wasn't underdone. It just nailed it.
yeah.
And if you're going out to Dark Arts, that's one I would recommend trying, and stay away from my bottle. But yeah, that Oloroso Sherry one really surprised me. I almost bought that one too.
I'm so glad you went, man.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't
Well,
been.
and that whole
Yeah.
little area right there, you got Pepper Distillery, and then you have a restaurant in between that has a phenomenal Bloody Mary. Elkhorn, I think it was called.
Yeah.
Elkhorn restaurant right there. Quaint little place, almost like a small Cracker Barrel kind of deal. Fireplace going and everything. Amazing Bloody Mary. Right behind that is Desperado Mexican. Phenomenal.
Is that where you got the salsa
That's
flight?
you order chips and salsa, and you get
A
have
salsa
like,
flight, right?
you have
Yeah.
like
Salsa
15
flight.
different options of salsas to try, and you get to pick 5.
That's
wow.
awesome.
So we did a salsa flight on those, and then I got birria tacos and some elote. And it was just on point. Everything on it was just. I mean, I was hammered, but it was just amazing.
Yeah.
So disclaimer: if you go there and you don't like it, I was
he was
I
just,
was a little
just
overboard, but
go and get some
but-
whiskey first. And
but
then
that food was amazing.
That's great.
that's
And like I
awesome.
said, all right in that little plaza, you have almost like a duck pin bowling pinball kind of place in the corner, because Dark Arts is in that massive like 4-story building or whatever, and then in the middle of it, in the walkway, is that little place. Then there's a couple little there's a like a service station bar and grill that popped up right there. They have a couple of food trucks. You got Pepper Distillery right there on the end, and then everything else just kind of you could just go there and spend the whole day.
Yeah.
So what I'm hearing is, I shouldn't drop Will's name per se. What I should do is text Will and say, "Who did you talk to?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, then I can say, do you know Will? No. Well, he talked to
Yes,
person.
there
But I
you
think
go.
Dark Arts,
and they're going to go, oh, well, that was somebody really important. So you must be somebody really important.
Yeah,
and you
Yes.
deserve all
at
the-
some point, you guys are going to drop my name. It's going to be bad. I'm just saying.
I
Yeah.
spent 3 days in a Cuban jail.
that jerk off, he let me totally know. He said all
man,
this
that guy came
terrible
in in a
stuff.
denim mankini and
Guy's a-
just
Guy's a dick.
yeah. But yeah,
He
if you
judged
get
my
the
whiskey
chance,
bad.
if you get the chance to go to Dark Arts, that was the one that really that and Jay Mattingly really surprised me with the amount of stuff they had there for you to try that you can't get anywhere else. Was Dark Arts and Jay Mattingly. But
I mean, J-Matt has that like by default just because of how they operate. They're
Yeah.
going to have so much different stuff there.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
And,
that's gotta
shout
be
out to them too.
I
for all
still
the
have
stuff
not
they
been
do.
there. That needs to be. That's high on my list to go visit J-Matt.
Yeah.
Well, Will and I are going back here in a couple weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
going to do a Blazer 88.
Well, don't drop
Blazer
my name.
88.
They'll be like, who?
So
Yeah.
speaking of dropping Blazer 88, we also want to take a quick minute and shout out Into Watch Legacy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Good call, Scott.
Yeah, Dirk, go.
It sucks that we have to, but
we
I'm
don't
glad
like
that we get to.
we don't like to call out Into Watch Legacy because Into Watch Legacy signifies that another of our officers has fallen in the line of duty. Brian, goodness, I knew I was going to forget his last name.
Yeah, we just pulled it up. I can't
It's
remember.
Brian
his name.
Elliott.
Elliott. I think
Brian
that's it.
Elliott. I
Yes.
think that's it. An officer in Indiana.
Beach Grove.
Yeah.
He,
Beach Grove,
he fell
yep.
in the line of duty, and shout out to all of our friends out at Into Watch that make Dirk makes it happen. Go just Google Into Watch. They have great bourbons that you can buy tickets. 100% of these proceeds go to fallen officers.
Yeah, they have a current one now. I think it's a $10 raffle.
Yep.
You
Yep.
get in for a bottle.
I just bought some tickets.
I bought tickets for that one as
I
well
did
as soon as
too.
it happened.
Look, I don't even care if I get a bourbon.
No,
It's just
I
an
didn't care.
opportunity. 100% of the proceeds go to fallen officers.
Yep.
They take nothing.
And it goes directly to
Zero.
the family. There's no
It's 100%.
requirement.
There's
no
nothing else. They give $10,000. They try to give $10,000 to every single family that they can use in any way, shape, or form. So please, please, please go visit our friends at Into Watch, buy some tickets, support our officers that are out there working hard for us every single day.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, we do have some events coming up too.
Yeah, way to bring
Um,
the room down.
Sorry.
Hey,
so
sorry, it isn't. It's important.
No,
We-
no.
we
Yeah,
wanna-
it's
we wanna
very
support
important.
those folks.
And he does have an event coming up at Old 55. It's during the trade show in April, but we're not going to be able to be there. But it's definitely something to support. We'll talk about that.
I think
when
we went to
get
that
the
last
events.
year, didn't we?
Yeah,
We did. Yeah.
We
a couple
did.
of us
Yep.
did, yeah.
So make
Yep.
sure and check out that event.
Yeah,
Yep, it's a
we'll
good
have
one.
more when it gets closer to April for that for sure. So last week was the first week of Cigar 101. We're doing that again this Thursday. Cigar 101. It's from 7 to whenever we get done. This week we'll be talking a little bit more in depth about tobaccos, regions of tobacco, farms, and all that stuff. So it'll be more of the backside, the creation side of it, as opposed to last week was more of cutting, lighting, etiquette, stuff like that. It was more like the basics.
But it was still very informative.
How'd that
Still
go?
was.
How'd that go, by the way?
It went really well.
Good,
We
yeah.
had a few people. A few people couldn't make it because some of them got sick, couldn't come in, which that's going around like crazy right now too. But I still feel like it went pretty well. I mean, you were there.
I realize I've been lighting a cigar wrong
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah, obviously, because a lot of times when I toast it straight down. And you talked about how a lot of that
The heat goes up in the
goes
cigar.
up in it, and like you
Chars it up.
sometimes the beginning of a cigar,
Especially
like,
for you
"Ugh."
as a fast smoker.
yeah.
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 Do you ever I get tunneling issues?
Yes.
And then I'm missing out on the wrapper because I used to light straight on, and so it would tunnel the cigar. And I almost have no tunneling issues anymore, even with as fast as I tend to smoke. It used to be that I'd never got the wrapper. I'd have to relight the wrapper on the outside.
Yeah.
So that's a common thing that happens.
Yeah, I just didn't realize I was doing it wrong, to be honest with you. And that's the
Yeah.
reason why sometimes my cigars, I get that taste. It's like, oh, God, this is
What happened there? Yeah.
horrible to start off with.
Well, I think you said right after that you lit a cigar, at the angle.
Yes,
And you're like, this tastes totally different.
it's different.
And it really does. When you don't actually char the tobacco and you get the actual flavor of more toasting the tobacco, you get more of the actual flavors they're trying to go for. So
Yeah.
After that, February 28th, we got James Smart. I remember the name here. Or some of that.
It's Johnny
Oh,
Cash.
shot.
Our
Johnny Cash
Johnny
boy.
Cash,
Yeah.
let's
go.
He'll be out here. that's going to be a fun one to come out. Just come out and watch this guy. He's amazing. March 1st is our 4th anniversary, so that whole week we got stuff going on. March 3rd is actually Bottle and Bond Day, which worked out great for this year. So we're gonna have Bottle and Bond Day. So we're gonna have specials on all the Bottle and Bond whiskey
love
up there. We
that.
got several of them up there, so you'll be able to get a discount on all the Bottle and Bond bourbons and ryes and all that stuff too.
I know you don't carry the Ben Holiday, but man,
Yeah, I've got the.
if you
Rickhouse
talk about a
proof.
day to have it,
Yeah, that might not be.
I'm sorry, but I'd love to do a tasting of Bottled and Bond Ben Holiday versus the Heaven Hill.
Yeah,
That'd be really, really
Bottle and
interesting.
Bond
be good.
flight.
there you go.
Bottle and Bond fly.
We could do that too. That's March 3rd. March 4th, we have a whiskey tasting. I believe it's going to be Chase is going to be coming out for that one. He's one of our Southern Glacier reps. He's going to be doing a tasting of Redwood Empire and Stone Street bourbon.
All right.
So we're going to have that on March 4th. March 5th, we're having another whiskey tasting of Elijah Craig tasting. It's going to be with Nicole from Heaven Hill as well. And then we have March, that's Thursday, March 6th, we're going to have Espinosa out here. Tyler will be here for an Espinosa event. And then Saturday and Sunday, where she's going to have a couple things too, but I'm not sure if she's actually released that yet. So
Ooh, stay tuned.
it's coming up soon. Yeah.
So Tyler will be in house for an event.
Yes. Yes.
Tyler,
Hope so. Hope
Or
so.
will he?
Yes, you will be here.
we're gonna have words.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tyler,
You know what you did.
Get out of bed,
yeah,
bro.
Yeah, get out of bed, brother.
He's got to go with
We're gonna
that.
have
He's got to go with us tonight.
We're gonna have a
Yeah.
discussion. I'm just telling you right now.
Yeah, and then April
Love Tyler. By the
coming
way.
up,
He's great.
we got
He's-
the McAuliffe White release party we're having here too. So there's a lot of stuff coming up. Just follow our email, follow our socials. We'll have all that stuff out there. But a lot of stuff coming up. And then obviously once we get into the middle of April, we're going to PCA, and we'll know more about some of the new releases coming out at that
now,
time.
even
too.
with
Awesome.
PCA and you guys being gone, the lounge will obviously still be open.
Oh yeah, we'll still have people there.
That's going to be coming into. No, I'm sorry. I'm mislabeling my months. Don't forget March Madness.
March Madness. Yep. Yeah.
Not April.
We're not
March.
We don't have
There's no special events, but
no.
but
but
people
it's-
are
it's
looking for
special.
places to go. Any chance you're going to open up early on Thursday?
I mean,
'Cause
games
it
don't
starts at
start till
noon.
noon anyway. So.
Noon.
Oh, Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday because
Oh,
you don't
yeah.
open till 3.
More than likely, yeah. I'll be here anyway watching.
I
So yeah,
kinda
just
figured.
come out. Yeah.
So yeah, so if you're out and you need to get out and
Watch
Thursday
watch games.
watch some games.
Yeah.
Yep.
The,
Yep.
the first 2 days are so much fun because there's so much of these low seeds or winning
Upsets,
games.
yeah.
It's like so much fun to watch.
And you got a 65-inch here, so that'll be big enough to put 4 games on
70.
at once.
70.
70.
Yeah.
70. Still working
we'll
on.
see about the 4.
Alan, didn't you just? Oh wait, you use your money elsewhere. I thought you were going to kick in on this TV for the.
I would
100
kick
inch.
in on a TV. Yeah, like I
If
said.
We need a 100-inch TV in here.
If it was in the evening, I'd bring the projector and
Yeah.
we'd do a 20-foot screen, but
Where would we
it
put
needs
it,
to be
though?
dark for that. I'd put it in the back parking lot
Oh, on the panels
outside, and then we could sit on the patio and watch it all night long.
That's
but
true.
It's got to
That's
be
true.
dark.
Yeah. So yeah, that's all coming up. We do have for Derby Day, Aladino, Trey Max is going to be coming out for Derby Day.
Oh
So we
yeah,
have Derby Day going here.
Derby Day here is a lot of fun. The horse
Yeah.
racing's on TV all day. I think you even have, if I remember correctly, you had it on Friday.
I think so.
Which day is? I'm trying to remember which day the Derby is on. Is it on Saturday?
Saturday.
It's on Saturday, but Friday is the Oaks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think you had the horse racing on both Friday and Saturday.
Yep.
The internet's working pretty well here, so you can get your online gambling.
Yep.
Sorry, there's no cork for that because it got shoved.
Yeah,
Alan
I'm
lost
too
it.
weak.
He lost it down on the floor here, but
So,
In
Let
his
it
ash
breathe.
pile, in
Yeah.
his
so
ash
Let it
pile.
breathe.
what are we tasting now?
This is the 100% rye.
Ooh.
Still lost.
100%
Okay.
right from still.
I would have never guessed this is a rye on the
It
nose. If
doesn't-
you would have poured this first, I probably would have said it was a bourbon, just off the nose. Like I don't pull. It's a little fruitier. Like there's some tropical fruit notes I'm pulling on the nose. Kind of cool. Like it's oak heavy, right? But like take the oak away. Think about pulling that away, and what do you smell?
Oh,
And
it
it's
does
like-
not smell like a rye. You're
wow,
right.
it is tropical on
And 125
On-
proof on this one too.
Yeah.
the tongue. It is tropical
I'm-
fruits all the
I'm
way.
pulling tropical fruits on the nose
It's
out
not
of the
quite
oak
kiwi,
presence.
but it almost reminds me almost like a dragon fruit kind of extract.
Oh God, this is
little
crazy.
bit.
Unlike the other one, the nose on this totally translates to the palate.
Mhm.
I mean, it translates really, really well. That
Oh,
doesn't
oh
come
my
across as
goodness.
a rye at all. That's fantastic.
Oh.
Let it sit, swallow, and
Oh
then
my
take a
God.
firm inhale through the mouth, and you get all those
Oh.
flavors just
Oh,
open up.
oh, this is
That's
great.
That's awesome.
spectacular.
Oh, that is very good.
Man, that was a good
Holy
bottle right there. Alan.
snockies, man.
That
that
is really good.
That's special.
It's your bottle. What do you think?
It's good.
It's
That's good.
It's
Pine,
good.
Chris
pineapple,
Gordon.
like pineapple. I'm pulling pineapple. all day.
absolutely.
That's a good call. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
both of them were what,
I would actually get a little
125,
bit of
correct?
roasted coconut
This
out of
doesn't
this.
this doesn't drink
Yeah.
125
It
at
does
all.
not. No.
No.
Holy
No, it's-
moly.
It almost has
really, really
traits
good.
of like a good Hawaiian pizza, and I hate to say that, but it's a little bit of the pineapple note, some sweetness in with almost like the
Just
sauce,
own it, bro.
and then a little bit of the breading at the end.
And then when you're tasting it, it's like, okay, here's the rye. The rye comes to
Yeah,
you.
it
Like
does.
it's there. It's like beautiful, man. This is
That's
special.
a well balanced.
I would pick it as a rye
Yeah.
compared to the other, which we all picked as bourbon
Yeah.
without knowing. But this has
But not on the
virtually
nose.
no bourbon notes to it.
Mhm.
It really doesn't. I mean, being 100% rye, sometimes it still can be a little confusing. Like
Even though it's
figure
got
out
the
the difference,
spice, though, there's still a lot of sweetness to it.
there
lot-
is,
lot
but
of
there's
sweetness.
to me, there is no caramel
No
vanilla
caramel
No.
vanilla.
that,
Nope.
that comes from the corn. None of the corn notes are there.
No.
If you're one of these people that say I don't like rye whiskey,
You haven't had the
you're
right one.
you're
This is
just
one.
you're dumb.
Yeah.
I hate to say that, but you're
No.
dumb, and
Yeah.
you need to really like
You've not tried some good
don't
rice.
Yeah.
knock it because there's some really phenomenal
But
ones.
see,
And this is a spectacular rye.
I
Yes.
say that about gin.
Yeah, I was
I'm
just gonna
like-
bring that up.
Yeah.
Hit him with your gin. Yeah.
I'm like, look, if you don't like gin, you just haven't had the right gin yet.
Right.
Because gin is so different that, trust me, there's a gin out there that you will like.
I never
And the
liked.
same thing with a rye.
I never liked the heavy juniper forward gins.
Right. You're not
But
a
when I start getting more
Bombay
of that-
or
No.
you're not a typical.
Just that typical note. But when you get into some more of the citrusy ones or the ones that have a lot of the different botanicals in there, they're really good. They're soft
and
and
ryes
light.
and gins are the same. Look,
Yep.
if you haven't had a
Yep.
rye if you don't like rye, you just haven't had the right rye.
Yeah, this is a flavor bomb.
It is.
100%. There's so much going on with this. Like it's
You
insane.
know what it makes me think of? Not in any kind of direct, like it tastes like it, but I just think of Jim Beam pineapple.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Shout out to
it
Cody.
doesn't have the sugary or any of that
Yeah.
stuff, but it's almost like it makes you kind of think of that.
Well, pineapple pops to me at first, but there's so much complexity to
Yeah.
this. Like there's a
Yeah,
lot.
there
You know,
is.
I'm selling it short by
100%.
saying pineapple. Like there's a lot going on here.
No, but I think that was a great call out.
Yeah.
It just has, if you like tropical fruits and you don't mind a lack of sweetness because it's not sugary sweet, it's
No.
not cloyingly sweet. It's just got a whiskey sweetness
Yeah.
to it, right? It's kind of like a cigar that has like chocolate notes. It's not going to be one of the flavored chocolate cigars, but you're going to have a cigar that has a chocolate note.
Man,
to
and
it.
again, the retro on this just brings all those notes right back up again.
This is a long smoke.
Yeah.
I did not. I really thought we'd need a second cigar.
I'm
Yeah.
not even
No.
halfway through the
I'm
second.
nursing.
Third yet.
I'm smoking fast, and I'm still nursing
Yes.
at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, it's still going, still getting towards.
But
the
yeah,
end.
I think this actually pairs better with this rye than it did initially with the first one.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
100% will like
'Cause
this.
all of the
This
notes-
pairs
Yeah,
phenomenal.
all of the notes in the cigar
solid.
stand out, but at the same time, it accentuates everything that was all the sweet notes, all the tropical, everything that came out on this rye.
Yeah.
The cigar brings right back out, especially if you're retro.
Yeah.
It just pulls all those flavors right back out again.
God, I could nose this forever.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Well, we had three really, really great whiskeys.
Thank you, Alan.
today.
Oh, yeah.
Alan,
Oh, yeah.
hey,
Amazing.
you,
Thank
you,
you.
Oh,
you
you're
picked
welcome.
some winners,
Austin,
bro.
Will, thank you so much for
Yeah.
the
Cigar.
single
Yeah.
malts,
And the cigars.
and the cigars. Definitely check out Cigar City, right?
Cigar,
Cigar
Factory.
Factory, New
Yeah,
Orleans.
in New Orleans.
Cigar Factory, New Orleans. Make
If-
sure and grab some of those Indian whiskeys, man. Some of those single malts, they're
I kind of want to get into some more Indians out there now.
I think we should.
We have to.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
We've
need
had a
some on the
couple that
bar.
have
We
been
need to get some on the bar.
Yep.
Cool.
And
Well, I
then
definitely
definitely
think-
still Austin's.
I definitely think that'll almost, kind of fill a niche with certain people too.
It could, yeah.
They'll try it and they've never had
Well,
it before, and they'll be like, "Oh,
I feel like you need one on the bar. You gotta
We do.
find one.
That's
that
why I
you
need to find
on the
one.
bar. Yeah.
That's the thing is like we got a couple of really good Japanese whiskeys up there. No one's trying the Japanese whiskeys.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Irish, we got a few people that drink Irish.
If you
Scotch,
haven't, if
of
you
course,
haven't
you got
tried the
Scotch
Japanese,
people.
you are missing.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, we
Those
had
are-
an episode on them. I mean, you can go back and watch that episode too with the Japanese whiskeys that we highlighted. But I almost wonder if we shouldn't do it again.
I think we should, and honestly, I think we should do Rob. We should totally do a tasting, just a Japanese
Yeah.
here that you
Yeah.
have showcase those. Like, let's do it one night. Let's pair it with a good cigar. Like,
Yeah.
we'll be good.
That'd be fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
All
Let's wrap this part up. So everyone, you can find me anywhere on Final Third Cigar.
You can find me at Cocky
You
Wolverine.
can find me at Scott Eady Smokes.
All things Big Hal.
You can find me- Moto Photo Will on Instagram.
Well, thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you next week.
Cheers,
Cheers,
guys.
everybody.
Yeah.